This is a common concept. In fact, we also find it in Isaiah 40:31. Because what was Samuel doing when he was ministering in the temple? He was waiting on the Lord. Okay, and everybody knows this verse out of Isaiah 40:31. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Now, this variation of the same Hebrew word means to twist, to bind, hence a rope. Those that grow in the presence of the Lord, those that begin to intertwine themselves in the presence of the Lord shall renew their strength.
That's why the enemy's trying so hard to entangle people in Babylon. It's the counterfeit of that.
You can either be entangled in Babylon or you can be entangled in God. And what's so interesting is it almost paints a picture. You can, like if you're going to grow a grapevine, you'll put out, a lattice, and you'll put fencing there, and that plant grows up and begins to be intertwisted and intertwined all into that fence row. Mm-hmm. That's the picture that it's painting. That fence row is the presence of God. And Samuel, as he grew, he began to grow up. And it was kind of, and if you've ever had to clear out, vines that have grown up in a fence row.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. And it's hard to tell where the vine's end and the fence begins. And we see variations of this at the end of the oneg, at the end of the Sabbath. There's a Havdalah candle that is 3 and it's blue and white. They have weaved together, and it will actually have 2 or 3 wicks on it. And they light that because during the Sabbath, if you do it right, you are doing like Samuel and you're being intertwined with the presence of God.
I love that.
The second one is the tassels on the fringe of the Hebrew garments, the Tzitzit. The blue cord represents Messiah, the white cord represents us, and that it's twisted and knotted together. And there are, when you look at the number of knots and the number of threads, it equals 613, which is the exact number of the mitzvahot of God. But it tells us that you can't keep the commandments of God unless you become intertwined with Messiah. It's also the name of God. And so all of this is a backdrop that the Hebrew people knew very well.